Jump is a retreat experience put on by M2s and the ministry team, and it's meant to welcome the incoming M1 students and to really show them what Stritch is all about. So on the retreat, you can expect a mix of large group activities, small group gatherings, community building activities, shared meals, and definitely plenty of time to get to know your fellow classmates. You can also expect some talks from us M2s reflecting on our experiences from our first year, and also opportunities for you to think about what the year ahead will look like for you. And if we're unable to hold the overnight retreat, we'll still try to gather in some sort of way and maybe socialize at a distance if we have to. Amanda and Kathleen, what did it feel like when you went to Jump last year?
So the way I felt when I walked into the Jump Retreat Center was like walking into a big hug, which sounds kind of funny, but the staff from the retreat center, from Stritch, and all the students were just so welcoming. And through all the different activities and games we played, I just felt really accepted, which made me really excited for first year. But I would say the most important thing I felt during the Jump Retreat was an overwhelming sense of belonging in the larger Loyola community, which was the best and most comforting way I could have started my med school journey.
I totally agree with everything Amanda said. I think the first thing I felt thinking about what it was like going on to Jump was excitement, because this is the first time you meet folks who are going to be in your class. And it's not overwhelmingly, it's not all 160 of us, it's, a good manageable size. And so these are people you're going to be spending the next 4 years with. And so I think that excitement was really building in me. And another, I think, big thing I felt was relief, knowing that we're in this journey together. I met people that I know one thing I was scared about was am I going to find friends? Am I going to find people I vibe with? And, I met a lot of those people on Jump, a lot of people I'm still friends with. So I think Jump was a great way of helping me kind of manage those fears and kind of overcome them. And so Danny and Peter, do you want to hop on and kind of give us an idea of what was a point that kind of made you feel at home or something you enjoyed on Jump?
Yeah, one of the things I really enjoyed were all the team building activities. It kind of felt like a summer camp you would go to as a kid, except we're all adults and med students, but we get to kind of just relax and have fun for a couple days. So kind of like Camp Rock minus the rocking part. If one moment where I felt at home was when we did this activity where we all talked about what we were fearful about for medical school, and it kind of made me feel like I wasn't alone in feeling nervous and a little unprepared for what was to come. And my roommate was Peter, who's a great guy as well. So,
man, so there was a time of meditation, and it was led by Father Dr. DeMarco, who is a Jesuit priest and also a physician. And I was in such deep meditation that I fell asleep. And I woke up, and it was the most refreshing nap. And meditation and prayer has always been a home for me. And so I felt most at home when I woke up from the nap. And it was just, a great nap, and also a great experience to meditate together as a class before going into the actual year. And so, that was one of the best moments for me. So, Mark and Cheeto, what was the biggest insight you walked away with from this Jump retreat?
Yeah, so for me, the greatest part about Jump was having the opportunity to have genuine conversation with my classmates. And after going on Jump last year and having the opportunity to talk with my classmates, I realized many of us had similar fears, but also areas of excitement for starting medical school. And realizing that made me feel much more relaxed going into orientation, and really excited to get to continue knowing people, classmates, and just our Loyola community overall.
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what Mark said. I'll definitely add that for me, I learned that you have to trust, your classmates and the people in the Stritch community. I feel like medical school will challenge people in different ways. If it's not academic, it's being away from home or being in a new environment. And if you can't really honestly communicate with others, form or truly integrate into the Loyola community, it would be really difficult to get through med school. So just being vulnerable and understanding that, the people around me are willing to help and want to see me succeed, I think was sort of like the greatest insight I had. So Amali, why do you think it's helpful to have a moment of reflection like this before starting med school?
I think, you guys are about to start a new phase in your life, and it's going to be a little fast-paced. And I think before doing that, it's important to just take a beat and think about, the challenges you've already overcome, especially in the last few months. And think about your motivations, what keeps you strong and what keeps you going, and think about your goals. Who do you want to be on the other side of all of this? And I think it's a great place to dream and to really just connect with your peers and, set a strong foundation that'll keep you going, during this tough journey that you're about to enter. So Annie and Lindsay, why else do you think M1s should sign up for JUMP?
I think one of the best parts of JUMP for me was just getting to know so many of my classmates. I think everybody's kind of touched on just the fact that it gives you the opportunity to kind of like meet and connect with people in a non-academic setting. And I think that's so important when you're meeting new people, especially kind of like you're all coming from different areas of the country. You get to know so many different people. And I think it just makes you really feel like you're a part of the Loyola community before you even start orientation.
Yeah, and even in addition to that, you get to meet us, or in other words, future M2s who will serve as great resources as you begin your journey as medical students with us. And you'll also get to meet people on the ministry staff and kind of get a sense of all the resources that are around you to really support you as you start your journey through medical school, and like give you a feeling that you really have a lot of places to turn if you have any questions or concerns, or even are lost in the atrium on your first few days of class, because that will definitely happen. So, just getting to know a lot of people in the school in addition to your classmates, that will be really useful to you as you continue on. So Ellen, how should people go about signing up if they're interested in doing JUMP?
All right, thank you, Lindsay. We're going to try and offer something online, or maybe a smaller socially distanced group setting that will give you guys a taste of Stritch and help you support you during your transition to medical school. Right now, registration is open. You can find all the links to sign up at both the Stritch pre-matriculation website and the ministry website. We'll also post to your class Facebook page and keep in touch via email, so check your emails weekly. We're so excited that you guys decided to come to Stritch, and we're looking forward to meeting you all this summer.